Hi, welcome again to the rooftop. I want to do a quick vid about feeding fry. I'll show you a few ways that I do it. First of all, most importantly I think, is I use first bites. First bites with a squirt bottle. Now I've got these are also first bites just transferred to a container, and I've got my squirt bottle full of water. I use 2 or 3, sometimes 4 little spoons in here. That's that. Lid on for a good shaking. And then just take that over to one of my fry tanks here and shoot it on top. If you look at it here, pre-soaked is the way to go with this for sure. And that's what I use as one of my staple feedings. Here are my canisters for vinegar eels. As you can see, I found that face masks pulled over the top are one of the best medias you can use as a filter on the top. It works really, really good. So I have a cup full of vinegar culture, and then I use a scrubbing cloth cut round on top. Let's move one of these outside. You can see, I don't know, that's right into the sun. If we go out here, you can see it's filled with stuff. So take that with a turkey baster, just take a big shot of it, and then spray it on the top. Once I've done that, I just top up with a little fresh water. Usually you can get 3 or 4 feedings out of a dish. I don't know if we can see that in there. You see that? Just a nice little white film of eels. I usually feed vinegar eels for about the first week to 10 days, along with the first bites. I find the first bites works very well. One of the big things I use also for fry in most of my tanks, I use aquatic aquaculture probiotics. I'll do a video on this later, but I find this works so good to stabilize the tank water and to help process the muck in the bottom. Okay, so this is the third fry food source that I use. Of course, brine shrimp, hatched, separated. This is for tomorrow's feeding, and this is left over after the rinse for today's feeding. So I feed a couple different things. Now what I found is the way to keep brine shrimp a long time in the fridge is use a large pan size, area size, have a top that breathes, and put a little bit of salt in the water again. And I can keep them 2 or 3 days in the fridge without much trouble. So I'll just take that and spray it over top, and that's my feeding for the day. Thanks again. Remember to like and subscribe.